Hey everyone, and welcome back to another coach's commentary for the Algoma Wolves 2019 season. The best scoring defense in the state of Wisconsin for 8-man. We're going to be taking a look at the Gillett game today, which was the fourth game of the season. The game right after the Newman game, which was the previous coach's commentary, if you're watching these in order. And that one was not a whole lot of fun because that was the only loss. Horrible 6 minutes, but Gillett much better, of course. We're going to get Jordan Derringer back, who is a stud for us, of course, as a junior. Had some all-conference recognition and stuff like that, and he's going to be back for the rest of this season as one of our running backs, and then also kind of a hybrid defensive player, going between linebacker and safety, depending on what defense we were running and all that stuff. So let's get into the actual preparations for the game and some of the scouting and some of the stuff that we were taking a look at. So we have Algoma versus the Gillett Tigers. We won pretty handily, 42-0. So it's a great way to bounce back offensively and defensively from that Newman Catholic game. So going into the game, each team was 2-1. We each lost a stud player for the season. We lost Oliver in week 2, of course. And then the Tigers had just like this, kind of like a bowling ball, who played halfback and then linebacker. He was number 2 on one of the, or some of the scouting plays that we watch. You'll get to see him, but again, we won't. We didn't have to deal with him, and the game probably would have been a bit different if we did, because they had to do some shuffling around in order to make up for that loss. And that kid, he was big, strong, and he had a lot of quickness. So when we took a peek at that film, made me a little bit worried, but then we saw in their next game that he was gone, and then I think Coach Vandervest, with all of his spy network, through the coaching trees in Wisconsin, he was able to find out that the kid was, I think he had some kind of foot injury and was gone for the rest of the season. This game was also important to us because Gillett lost to Gibraltar in week 2, 26-52. We had some plays in the scrimmage against Gibraltar, and we were playing Gibraltar towards the end of the season, so it'd be a good measuring stick for us. So as you can see, team record, the Gillett Tigers 2-1, 35 points a game. And they're mainly having a rushing attack, though their quarterback, even though he wasn't the most accurate, he threw a really nice deep ball to one of their receivers who had a little bit of speed. So that was something that we had to make sure that we were disciplined on from a defensive back standpoint. So the defense, we saw different things. So they ran a 3-3, and kind of like a 3-3 where the DNs did not have contain, but their outside linebackers did. So it looked kind of a little bit like our inverted 3-1 against like these heavy run formations, but not quite. You'll see that a little when we take a look at their scouting plays. But after number 2 got hurt, they ran a 4-2, which is what we were expecting. But then when we played against them, they ran a 3-3, which is what is pictured there. So they ran still, it's cover 0 man, no matter how they were, their 3-3 wide, their 4-2, how they played against us. So again, if you're able to trick, especially their linebackers with play action, you're going to be in business when it comes to the pass game. And then how they played us, their defensive ends had contained. So you'll notice, with our main formation here, we have it all packed in. We have lots of blockers, lots of gaps, and they're going to leave huge gaps in their defense from their defensive line for us. So they're going to be very susceptible to our trap game, which of course makes us super excited and very happy. And it actually prepared us a little bit for when we played Gibraltar, where they ran a defense that was similar to this one. So that was awesome. So on to their offense. We had 2 games of theirs running their offense, so 129 plays. Pretty heavy run, 76% to 24%. Their favorite play, triple option, which is something that a lot of teams or a good amount of teams do, because it's tough to stop, especially in 8-man. And then one of the things that they did is they want to have a stud runner. So they moved their right guard, who's like this big hulking guy, and you'll see him on film right away. He's probably the best player on their team. They moved him from right guard to fullback, and I was a little bit disappointed because I was super jacked to see him and Elijah go to battle. But the guy that they put there in place of him, he was a junior. He's probably going to be a decent player eventually, but Elijah was just... I mean, you're not going to stop Elijah. 52 would have had a tough time, and then this other kid had no chance, unfortunately for him. But then also... this 52, he was their middle linebacker, and essentially, if you could trick him or get a block on him, it was going to be tough for them to stop people from their defensive standpoint. So, I have their primary formations here: gun twins. Everybody runs that. They ran it from a pistol, where the halfback is directly behind the quarterback. But again, every team except for us runs that formation. Then their secondary formation, they kind of have like this, we just called it gun bone, where it's 3 guys in the backfield, quarterback, 2 running backs. And then they also had a gimmick formation where they would try to open up one side of the field by having twins on one side, even though one guy is ineligible. So teams that we saw on film, they would send 2 guys over there to cover them, which is exactly what they wanted, because like you're totally wasting a guy on defense, and then they would run away from that and have all these big plays. Plus, you have one of your guards being eligible as well. So we had a nice little adjustment to that, and they stopped running that formation against us because they're like, oh, we're not fooling them or whatever. So we were totally fine against that formation. So their offense, stopping triple option. It requires a lot of discipline. It requires each guy doing their 1/8 on every single play. If you get a guy cowboying off on his own or doing their own thing, the whole defense is going to fall apart. So it's constantly drilling all week of practice. Make sure you're doing your job. Make sure you're doing your job. There are some teams where they... when they run triple option, against like the scout team offense, they don't even have a ball. So it requires each guy to pretend that their man has the ball and stuff like that. But I really try to trick our defense when I'm crafting the plays that we're going to run against for team. So we didn't do that. But also, we faced triple option in the past, faced it, in 8-man and stuff. So it's kind of some basic things. And again, the seniors, they were in my system all 4 years, so they pretty much knew what was going on and how we were going to handle stuff and call things. So the way that they ran triple option is on the front side of the play, they're going to be running a trap. So pretty standard trap stuff. Where the backside guard is going to pull, he's going to kick out the defensive end, and then the right guard on the play side is going to go for a linebacker. So if we can get good penetration with our nose tackle, or at least drive the center back and hold up that guard, that's going to make things a whole lot easier for us. And then on the backside, they're going to be optioning the backside. It's usually a defensive end for the teams that they're playing against. So if the defensive end goes for the quarterback, whoop, pitch, and then you get a whole bunch of yards. Or if the defensive end chases the first guy who could potentially get the ball, then it's even a bigger play, because then the QB and the halfback can option the next person, and you guys kind of see the whole thing that we're going on here. So we can't have everybody flowing to the ball, being like crazy and getting there and getting in on the tackles. It's about, I'm on the front side of the trap play, boom, I got to do this thing. I'm on the backside, I got to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing there. And I have drawn up how I was expecting them to run triple option against us, which, of course, was kind of spot on. And for both of the ways, if I were their offensive coordinator, how I would run it against what we were doing there. So a couple of things to watch when it comes to Algoma. Our defense, complete domination. It was awesome to see. Again, I talked about in that Newman game how we learned from the loss. We learned from kind of getting embarrassed on offense and defense, and we came back stronger and better. It refocused us, and one of the cool things and one of the reasons why I spend so much time scouting and making these insanely long scouting reports and then watching film and dedicating time to that is because we're trying to make smart football players. A lot of times in this game, but it happened in a lot of games too, is we had guys calling out the plays they were going to run based on the formation in this situation. And you know that you got some smart defensive players when that is occurring. And again, we're very, very disciplined on defense, which of course makes me very, very happy. Another thing to watch, Jordan Derringer, running back, linebacker, safety. He played a safety in this game, but he's number 23. First game of the year, his very first carry he's going to take to the house. Over the entire course of the game, he had 8.2 yards per carry, hit 3 touchdowns, and then he also had 7 tackles, including 1 sack. So he had a great, great game. And then also when it comes to our rotational and JV players, they played really, really well too. They still stuck to their offense. And it was like right after this game that their coaching staff canceled the JV game that we were supposed to be having against them. I don't know if our young guys stuffing their varsity players had anything to do with it, but kind of makes me feel good to think that maybe that had a little bit to do with it. So for Gillett, they made us adjust. So they were showing some very, very strong tendencies on film with how they were running their triple option and directions and based on the formation and where they were on the field and stuff like that, especially where 52 was, who was our key guy to the game, of course. And right away, they broke that tendency, and then we kind of had to adjust on the fly where, you know, I was yelling from the sideline about how we were going to adjust. Guys knew exactly what was happening, and boom, they did it because they're smart football players. 52, their fullback and middle linebacker. He stands out right away on film whenever he has the potential of getting the ball, or when we needed to block on him, we had guys after him all the time because he was the main focus. And then number 7, their quarterback, and he was a DB who's quick and dangerous as a runner. They had a read option play that we'll see on the scouting film very shortly here. So we had to make sure that we were doing our job against him as well. But then also he had some errant throws when he's throwing short or down the middle of the field. But again, if he can just throw it up towards the sideline, he has a very, very nice deep ball that we'll also be able to see there. Before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to a guy who I know watches these, and that is a guy that we would totally be lost with, probably in multiple sports, but football especially, without him, and that is our boy, the #1 manager, Sean Duncan. You're the man, Sean. I know you're watching this. You're the best. So we're going to show a little bit of their defense, but not a whole lot, just because the things that they're showing here are going to be different than how they played us. So they can make plays. The film that we have that we're showing here is from their 2 victories. Nice job by their defense there. So you can kind of see how they kind of have that 3-3 wide. That kid could have died if 52 got a piece of him. But this is their offense. This is a lot of their bread and butter stuff. 52 carrying the ball. Huge guy, strong. That's their read option. Number 7. We thought he was more dangerous as a runner. 52 just running through guys. Having a little bit of motion. Nice deep ball here. Number 4 catches it, scores a touchdown. He's primarily a deep threat. He's not going to be running like curls and slants and stuff like that with great effectiveness. There's their triple option for the 2-point conversion. Yeah, number 4, he wanted to go deep. He wanted those big plays. Got those outs. Threw a lot of those outs to number 52. When you go 4 wide and 8 man, they're pretty much every team just goes cover 0 because you kind of have to. So you pretty much know what your matchup is. 4 is going to catch another touchdown here, kind of out of frame, but that's what happened. Again, triple option. We did not want this type of stuff to happen to us. There's that read option again. He's just reading that that play side defensive end. If he turns his hips to go in for that halfback, boop, he pulls it, goes outside. If he keeps his hips square, or stays solid, then he's just going to give that to 52, and he's just going to try to run people over. So that is their scouting. So let's get into their game against us here. So we're kicking off. We got Jordan back. Gillett saw nothing of Jordan on film. Had a squib kick. Then we're on defense. We got that 3-1. Expecting some motions. Got that rotation for our safeties. Running a pass play. We got pressure right away. QB's kind of running for his life. Jordan's coming up. He's got some speed. Keep him for... I think it was probably a loss. Yeah, get it to 52. All over him right away. Elijah's in on that. We got Hunter in on that. Here's that triple option. Kind of a little bit late coming over to that, and that was a big tendency breaker, so we weren't we were expecting them to run it the other way. Every single time on film, 52 would be that first read, so we were kind of playing our safeties based on that, and then they broke that tendency. 52 is going to fumble here and throw it up, go right into Zimmerman's hands. Zimmerman needed to turn on the Jets and score a touchdown. We still needed our first defensive score of the year. But I'll take it. Got us into the game. Hand off to Jordan. We got a trap. See ya. Touchdown. Great way to start. Great job. Everybody's jacked. We're on a roll right away. Got this lead. Looks like he gets in. Good start. Still squibbing it. Goes out of bounds, but that's all right. Made us re-kick it. I probably told him to kick it deep here then. Yep, there we go. Over his head. I think they're going to end up with way worse field position than what they had before. Yep. Here we go. Handed it off. Elijah Ritchie. Get off me. Defeated the block of that guard. Got the tackle. Just a handoff. Big kid. Got him out of bounds. Got to get into his legs. Coming off the edge. Got 3 guys there. Beautiful pursuit. Exactly how we drew it up. Pass play. And then it's our ball. This job, we got guys blocking downfield. Carter Dashlet, 10 yards downfield, moving his guy. That-a-way. Got a jet. Trying to get the edge. Nice job. Brett making guys miss. Get the first down. Coach V's kind of seeing how they're going to deal with things. So we're in twins. Got a post across the middle. Maybe it was a slant. Uh-oh. Got a jump? Probably going to wedge it, I would guess. Oh, got a trap. Beautiful. Up by 2 scores. There we go. Got the ball rolling. Nice deep kick. Kid caught it on the run. I think that's number 4 probably. Yep. Had Chase down there to cover. Got Jared Huddle in there at nose. There we go. Walking that guy back. Oh! See me reacting on the sideline? I thought that was going to be a pick 6. Jordan knew that play was coming. He jumped it. Just couldn't hang on to it. But again, that's good scouting. That's recognizing what's going on. There you go. You got Elijah. You got Jared taking that guy down. He's not getting out of that tackle. Oop. No penalty. There we go. They had 2 guys in motion at the same time, which is a no-no, of course. And then they're punting. Did we get a piece of that? I'm not sure. All right, let's see. We got a jet coming to the right. Nope. Pass play. I think we might have had or maybe it was declined. I don't know what they threw a flag for. Oh no, Gavin! Oh, we were working on that play, threw a lateral. Gavin Miller, totally gonna score. Hit him in the hands. Got tons of use out of making fun of them for that all year for homecoming. The teacher skit that we made. He'll probably never live that down, honestly. You know, in 20 years when, you know, these guys get together or see each other or whatever and they start talking football, probably going to come back to, hey, Gavin, remember when you dropped that touchdown pass? Another big run by Jordan here. Good cutback. You're not going to catch him. Got another trap. Didn't do so hot of a job. Looked like that was a linebacker coming up to step up. Didn't make it. Yeah, we're doing a lot of good things. Offense and defense. Again, responding to the disaster that was the Newman game. There we go, good tackle. Got Carter Dashlet in at nose here. There we go. We got guys all over that running back. I think that was Dashlet on that tackle. We had Jordan in there. We had Hunter in there. Gavin Miller. That was one of the big matchups that we really felt that he could take advantage of. Again, Gavin, very, very technical. His push-pull, great. Spin move, look at that. Just all over the place. Almost got a pick there. QB running for his life. And then they're punting again. Heck of a job. Team defense. Guys doing their 1/8. It's, of course, what we want to do. Then we have great field position again. There's the jet. Brett's blocking guys. Gavin's blocking guys. See, we got a jet coming back the other way. Brett with the cutback. Another big play. Another touchdown. Doesn't look like there were any penalties. Oh, but there was. I didn't see anything. Fake the jet. QB run. Wonder what that penalty must have been. Holding or something silly, probably. Here we go. We got our end around. Brett making guys miss. He's made like 4 or 5 guys miss tackles. Good run. Must had a lead of some kind there to the outside. All right, second quarter. Here we go, QB lead. Nice job getting good yards there. Got a lead going back the other way. Got to stand our blocks a little bit longer and moving our feet. Oh boy. Carter's got a bit of speed, was able to get the first down and made him jump off sides. All right, we got to end around here. Jeez. Elijah pushed two guys into one another. Took them both out. Definitely running the ball. Yeah, Elijah's just burying his guy. He had all his weight on his front hands. He's probably even in a 4-point stance. Yeah, we're just getting after it. Try and stop us. Got the touchdown. All right. Lead to the left. Looks like we got in. Beautiful. Right back to the squibs. Here we go. We got to break down and make that tackle, Ryan Pierre. Okay, here's just a regular option. Got guys all over it. Good fill. Same thing back the other way. We got guys all over it. Ooh. Missing some tackles, but again, that kid's big and strong. He's going to break some stuff. Still going that way. Got guys into it. Beautiful. I don't know what we got called for. Well, we got some Danny Collard in there. They're just trying to pound the rock on us now. See how well we hold up to it. We got guys all over. Running side to side instead of straight north and south. Here's that triple. Elijah Ritchie poked that ball out. Made 52 fumble. That was 52 second fumble of the game. Again, you're used to being a lineman. Not used to running the ball all the time. Not the best ball security, perhaps. Great job. Stop their momentum. Here we go. Gavin Miller widening out that running lane. Pushing guys around. Getting to jump again. Yeah. We got Noah Lucas in there. Ooh, I remember that play. Gave me a heart attack. I thought Brett was going to get his head removed by 52, but 52 went for the ball, and then the ball just super luckily bounced right back to Brett, picked it up, and went. I'm not so sure about the ability to advance your own fumble in terms of the rules, but refs didn't stop the play, so we'll take the touchdown. Noah Lucas getting through there for the 2-point conversion. See if Ryan Pierre can make this tackle here, redeem himself. Went to his side. We got Leighton Hagley down there. Brett forcing him out of bounds. Probably ran away from Ryan because they were scared. Pass play here. Ooh, that was definitely a tripping on Elijah. Not that Elijah did the tripping, but the guy grabbed his foot. Great job on defense by Chase. Batting that ball away. You could see how pumped he was. We had a safety blitz there that was going to jack up that QB. I mean, we're flushing this QB out of the pocket. He's running for his life. Nice job by Chase not to kill that guy out of bounds. All right, running option again. Got guys filling. Beautiful stuff. So when they're running that option, triple option with that defensive end, getting after that quarterback immediately, make him pitch it as soon as possible. We're not going to, kind of juke around and all that other stuff. It's about making him make a decision, get rid of the ball so everybody knows where we're flowing, and then we have our safeties coming up. We got our linebacker flowing to the ball. Stretching that play out, make them run sideline to sideline, not north and south. Goes right into how we want to run things on defense. Got a Noah Lucas run here. Oh, nice cut to the outside. There we go. Good run. Good run by the sophomore. Got them to call timeout. Doing a lead to the right. A little cutback open up there after getting through the line. Good run. 6-7 yards. We'll take that every single snap. Got Jared Huddle in there. We got a trap. Went outside the trap block. Ray don't got any help. Third down. No Lucas. Running hard. Gets about half of it. See what we do here. We go lead to the right. Ooh, looks like we're going to be short. That's all right, though. We got Caden Varden out there. There we go. Good tackle for a freshman. We're an option again. Got guys filling. Nice job. We got guys there. And then that's the half. Second half, probably going to give our starters another series or two, and then start sprinkling in some of the rotational guys and then young guys even more. You saw some of our other guys in there before already. Here we go. Brett making guys miss. Gonna take it to the house. No penalties, hopefully. Special team score. Come on. Beautiful. Nice job. Lead to the left. Didn't look like we got in. But hey, good way to keep it going. Offense, defense, special teams, dominating. That's what we like to see. That's why you put in the time in the weight room. That's why you put in time becoming a better athlete in other sports. Got a pitch. Got guys there. Looks like they're trying to do some other things. Go made them turn that back inside. Decent gain on it, but nothing that's hurting us too badly. Another pitch. Got unblocked guys there. We just got to make the tackle better. Yeah, so this is their halftime adjustments. They're just going to go power run on us. And yeah, pitch to the outside. That's where we're strongest, actually. Blitz coming off the edge. Nice job. Two backside guys getting in there. Third and long. Running option. Got a bunch of guys to the play. Got a gain of about 7, but again, they're at a 4th and 4.5, 4th and 5. 5 wide, he's staring down 52 the whole way. Ball hit the ground. Good stop. Don't want to let him get any momentum. Let's see, we got Gavin Shrinka in there a little bit, making some blocks downfield. Jared Huddle's in there. We got Gavin Miller at center. Of course, have Noah Lucas in there. Ethan Fleischman. There you go, Gavin, moving your feet. Caden Varden, I think, got him for holding on that play. Yep. There we go, good yards. 6 or 7. We've got another lead. Carter Dashlet got on 52, moving them. 4th down, going for it. That away Vandervest. Got a trap. Oh, no. Got to get up inside that trap block. Little bit of a false start. This is something that Gibraltar does a lot, where they motion their receiver, either across the formation or in a little bit, and then just send him deep. I think that's what they were trying to do with 4 there. We got guys coming up to fill. Option. Make that QB get rid of it right away. 4th quarter. Big hit by Brett. Gonna throw those curls. We're gonna come up and hit you. See if they run 5 with 52. Yep, just like on film. Running the same thing on the other side. Thrown deep. Too far. Lost sight of the ball. Pitch. Carter Zimmerman, nice job. Brett getting in there. Jordan's there. Exactly what we want. All right, running all curls. Yep, come up, make him pay for it. Yeah, sending 12 just straight deep. Picked. Brett, nice job. And if Brett missed that, Zimmerman was going to pick it. Zimmerman was yelling at Brett on the sideline on how he stole his pick. Here we go, nice run. Made a good hole. They just know that we're pounding the rock, so they're going to their 4-2. Might have got Fleischman for holding there. Yeah. Moved his feet well, just that he got outside the frame on him. Running an outside lead. Jordan using his speed to get to the edge, using some strength to get that guy off of him. We got C.A. Ritchie in here. This must be, is this Leighton Hagley? It sure is. Got the young guys in. Sweet getting to see everybody pumped up for the rotational guys and young guys getting in there. Ooh. Yeah. Wonder if Leighton saw his life flash before his eyes there with 52 coming up. Oop. Got a lot of dancing going on here. Fumbling it out of bounds. And we're punting. Got a 4th and 16, 17 situation. Did we false start on that? Yeah, we false started on it too. Not the best snap. Okay, I really didn't want to touch it. But nice coverage. And that ends the game. So, good game for us. Pretty pumped how we responded. Again, we're coming back from that game, 42-0. Did some really, really great things. Almost 2 defensive scores. Didn't quite get it, though. Got a special team score. Gotta love that stuff. Back on track. And again, we're going to be building every single week after this. And again, at the end of the season, and we knew that we weren't going to qualify for playoffs, there was a chance that we were going to challenge maybe a couple of other teams as like a 10th game. Another team that was really good in the state that wasn't eligible for playoffs either. So again, we were peaking at the exact right moment, but of course the 10th game didn't happen, of course. But yeah, really, really happy how this one turned out. A lot more fun to watch than that Newman Catholic game, But good for the Wolves to respond to that. That's a sign of a good football team. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you next time.